Sure, man. Go ahead.
Karthik, screen sharing. अभी किसी ने ड्रॉ करके रखा है.
What are
You
those
can
annoying?
see, right?
Yes.
या बहुत zoom out हो गया है.
नहीं चलेगा.
एडिटिंग इनेबल कर दो.
ठीक है, so you all remember the basics of journal entries at least, right? You all remember the basics of journal entries?
Yes. 3 types of account:
Hmm.
personal, nominal, and real.
इसके rules क्या थे?
Real में भूल गया.
Debit what comes in, credit what goes
Debit
out.
comes in, asset comes.
Personal में debit the
Personal में
receiver.
Debit the giver,
receiver.
credit the receiver, and
Debit the receiver,
Receiver,
credit the
credit the
debit the
giver.
receiver, credit the giver.
और nominal में debit expense and losses and credit income and gains.
So you all remember the basics, right? इसका question नहीं है इसमें. He's actually started off क्या?
The question
Okay,
is in another Word doc.
This is the answer, yeah.
Okay, so basically now.
Question transactions in May में होता है ना?
अच्छा ठीक है. These are your basically opening entries. Okay, whatever you have in the opening entry now, you will directly transfer to the balance sheet in the ledger. So this is your capital 1 lakh. So capital is a liability or an asset.
Asset.
It's a liability. You owe the owner that, right?
अच्छा.
You have to pay
It's
the
in
owner
that
that money. So for your
Okay.
company, it's a liability. So now
Okay.
since it's a credit, you will
एक
owe
1 second. Why is it a liability? Once again.
the owners invested that in your company. So the company has to pay back the owner that money, right?
ठीक है.
So for the company, it becomes a liability because the owners invested in me and have to give it back now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Can you Shlok, can you zoom in a bit? if
हाँ, can you
possible?
please zoom in a bit?
थोड़ा सा zoom in करना जहाँ पे तो दिखा रहा है वो वाला part.
Like 50% or 60. हाँ, that's okay.
I think that's okay. Yeah, thanks.
Retained profits comes in your reserves. That is the next line of apna capital. In capital, you'll have your equity shares also, and you will have your retained profits. Retained profits includes your profit and loss. So whatever profit and loss you make goes into this. If it's a profit, it will be added to the retained profits, and if it's a loss, it will be subtracted from the retained profits. Okay. Expenses payable for use an asset or liability.
Liability.
And what account would that be?
Payable
The
account.
Payable account.
No, usually like when you have an expense, what account does it come in usually? Like
Nominal.
from the three accounts you learned, like real account.
Yeah, nominal.
Nominal.
Okay. So now we come to the assets part of it. Office furniture, you all know, is an asset. Office equipment is an asset, right? So now from office furniture, if you look at the ledger, these are called ledgers. All these are ledgers in the books of DFS PVT Limited. Always see whose books you are writing the accounts in. That is very important because your point of view changes depending on whose books you're writing in, right? So the first thing you do is see whose books you're writing it in. Since we're writing it in DFS Private Limited's books, we make their ledgers, and office furniture over here is 1,10,000. So in the debit of office furniture, we would be putting 1,10,000. So since it's an asset, so it's always debited, right? Same would go with office equipment over here, 1,80,000, and 1,80,000 here. Office stationery also the same thing if we have an account.
Won't office stationery come under equipments again? Like, how are they two different? Really different?
It depends how SIRS treated it in this sum. If he's treated it as an expense, it is consumed in one shot and taken to the P&L. But
Okay.
if it is taken as an asset, you would have shown another account for it.
Okay, so it would
don't know.
depend on how we're treating it.
Yeah, it depends on how
In
source
this
treated it.
question, they have actually said that this lady, she had a firm, CA firm, and she shifted it into a company. So this is just the existing thing that she had, which were acquired by the new company.
Yeah, yeah.
So this
all
is just
those,
a listing of everything. So they have mentioned that there were this much stationery left and this much they're acquiring into the new firm. So this is that, not the normal balance sheet.
Okay, your receivables again 1 lakh, cash in hand, debit side pay you get 10,000. Now understand this part of it. Okay, you can see this. Capital and retained profit is how much? 1 lakh and 2 lakh 50,000.
350.
3,50,000.
Now, when you buy the company from Smita and Co, you will pay her this money, right?
Yeah.
Since it's her value, you'll pay her. So now let's see how much DFS is paying for the company. So we call it purchase consideration. When you pay to buy out another company, you have to pay something to them, right? So
Yeah.
the equation for that would be your equities minus your assets. Like in the sense, if I'm taking all these assets in their company, I will pay for those assets. But then if I'm paying off his liability also, I will minus that,
Okay.
right?
Can you repeat, please? Like,
Okay, so now if I am taking over 100 rupees ka furniture, I'm taking over 100 rupees ka receivables. For me, these are becoming assets in my company worth
Yeah.
200 rupees.
Yeah.
So I should be paying the other company 200 rupees for the assets I've taken over, since they are her assets.
Right.
But now she has an expense of say 50 rupees which she's not paid off. Now I'll be paying off that expense for her.
Yeah. So minus over.
So I should minus that 50 rupees because I'm going to be paying her expense for her. So the net I should be paying her is 150 then.
Yeah.
That becomes my purchase consideration in simple terms.
Okay.
Okay.
All the assets which I've taken over minus what I'm paying her off would be how much is payable to her, right? And that is automatically equal to your equity. What is the equity ka formula? Equity plus liabilities is equal to assets.
Yes.
So basically that should equal to equity. But in all cases it doesn't, because your goodwill and all falls into place. But basically that's the formula for it.
So
Now,
this would be in addition to 350 that they're already being paid, right?
no, I'll come to that. 1 minute. So purchase consideration for me over here is 5,000 equity shares of 100 each, which would mean I'm paying 5 lakh, right? For the assets and liabilities of hers. But now we have to see how much is her thing actually worth. So to see how much her goods are actually worth, we will add these items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is in the question, was it written that something is not being taken over? Kya? I don't have the question. So something is not taken over.
Stationery 3,000.
Okay, stationery is not taken over. So this is 7,000. So we will add this, this, and this minus this.
Shlok, quickly. Really sorry to interrupt.
Yeah,
What
go ahead.
7,000 wala, that was given in the question, or sir told that, or something was.
I don't have the question, so I'm really not sure.
Was given in the question.
Okay, so it's given in the question that the company had 30,000 worth of stationery, but some of them was printed, so that can't be used by the new company. So the stationery that they are acquiring is equal to 7,000. That was mentioned.
Okay, thanks.
So basically now what you're left with is how much we should be paying her is 3,47,000. This much we should be paying her based on a balance sheet, right? Her balance sheet is worth right now 3,47,000. But we are actually paying her 5 lakh. This is the purchase consideration first though. We're paying her 5,000 equity shares of 100 each, which is equal to 5 lakh. But her balance sheet represents a value of 3,47,000. That means we are paying excess of her balance sheet worth, right?
Yes.
That excess, if I go to calculate, is $1,53,000, which becomes a goodwill.
Can you explain this goodwill wala stuff?
Okay, so goodwill will come, I think, under AS 10. I'm not sure. थोड़ा complicated होता है, but I'll just try giving it to you in a simple term. Goodwill can never be self-generated. मतलब you cannot value your own business. Suppose I'm Tata, okay, I cannot say my goodwill in the market is worth 5 crore. That is not possible. I can never generate goodwill from my own firm. The only way I can generate goodwill is if I buy someone else's firm, and the excess part you pay for that thing. Let's say here we paid excess of 1,53,000, right? That we can show as goodwill and write that off over. Are you getting it? Which
I
doubt
lost you
please
in
ask.
between. Can you please repeat that?
And Prateek, you are typing questions in the chat. Can you come on? Like, can you unmute your mic and say it?
Yeah, I can't read the chat. I'm so sorry.
he can-
Also, I have posted the question, DFS case study question in the chat box. You can download that file for reference.
वो ठीक है, but Prateek, you are asking questions in the chat. Like Prateek is asking, is it market appreciation or something?
Prateek, ऐसे ही पूछ लेना. वो chat box my thing is covering.
Yeah, my bandwidth is a little unstable. That's why I'm not using the mic. But what I wanted to ask, that is goodwill market appreciation? Like,
not exactly. It's like the excess you pay for someone else's company. Like the balance sheet might show that the company is worth this much, but the market value, true market value of it is something else. Like, होता है ना, how do I explain it in a term?
Can I
समझा दे हिंदी में. बाद में translate कर लेंगे.
समझा
Can I
पाएगा?
try?
हाँ.
Is it something like brand value?
Yeah, brand value, basically brand
5 मिनट दे दे, lunch कर रहा हूँ.
So,
अच्छा ठीक.
can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically consider Samsung. Okay. Now imagine Huawei is taking over Samsung. Just an example. Okay. So now Samsung's balance sheet might show that it is worth $1,000. Okay. But looking at the past sale records and the predictions, it may show that in the future it's going to make a huge profit, and people love the company. So Huawei is ready to pay $2,000 because it hopes that Samsung, the brand, may make them more than $2,000 in the future. So I think, is it what you're saying? Is that goodwill exactly?
It's basically the excess market value which you paid for. Yeah.
Yeah. So
if my brand is worth 4 lakh, but I'm paying 5 lakh, I can take 1 lakh.
Shlok, just a second. What happened here is this DFS already decided that the company will pay 5 lakh.
Yeah.
With that 5,000 equity shares of 100 rupees. So 5 lakh decide हो गए कि इतना पे होगा.
हाँ.
And then DFS looked at the balance sheet and जितना बचा वो goodwill में डाल दिया. Is that it?
So basically, whenever you buy someone's company, you will see what is their balance sheet, right? You will see the assets, you will see the liabilities, and you'll see what is the worth of that company. फिर ही तो खरीदेगा, right? You will see the worth. So when I subtracted the assets and liabilities, my worth was 3,47,000. But I'm yet willing to pay 5 lakh for that company, because for me, I feel the company is worth 5 lakh. The excess will go in goodwill. Like, don't try to understand the concept of goodwill very deep me right now. You will get that later, but just understand why you're putting goodwill where you're putting
goodwill. One quick question, Shlok. Like, goodwill is decided by the consumers, right?
No, it's not decided by anyone. It's not decided by anyone. It's a figure.
Okay.
It is just how much you've paid for minus how much the business is actually worth.
By the company.
I can't hear you. Someone said something?
So if there is an auction that's happening and the three people are, keeping on increasing the money, the value that would the last value it's sold to someone, the extra money would be goodwill, right?
Don't get
I don't
confused
think.
like this. Don't
See,
get confused.
can I go ahead, please?
Yeah.
Basically, see, if there is assume that there is a departmental store in your area, someone is taking it to run that, and he is taking it with the name and with all the stock. See, so I was operating, and now Shlok is taking that whole shop from me, but the stock in that store is worth 1 lakh, but I am telling Shlok that Shlok, you are taking my name also and my shop with the stock, so I'll only give it to you for 1.5 lakhs, but I am earning a decent amount of profit. So Shlok is ready to buy me my shop with all the stock at rupees 1.5 lakh, but actually the value is 1 lakh. So to show that 50,000 extra what he paid, that name to that 50,000 amount is given as goodwill into the book of accounts. So
Yeah.
it is, I am not worth 1.5 lakhs, but even he is paying because he looks a good profit in my firm, in my shop. So he's willing to pay extra, and that extra you have to show somewhere in the account book of accounts. That name is given as goodwill.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Clear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goodwill is an intangible asset. That's it.
Yeah.
Technically, it's accumulated losses. If I take it in a way, not technically, it's accumulated losses, which I'm writing off every period. But don't get into that concept. Just take it as a intangible asset. Now, what else is given in the sum? Now we have an authorized share capital. You all have understood the concept of authorized share capital, or you all want me to explain?
Many explain it.
Look, I have a question. So you said goodwill would be an intangible asset, right?
Right.
Right. So it will come under amortization, right? If the brand starts losing its
Yeah.
value, it will come under
You will
amortization.
amortize it, yeah.
Okay.
It depends on the period you take. It can be amortized on 10 years also, 5 years also. It depends on the period you take. So then every year, if I take it 10 years now, every year I will minus 1,53,000 from it. Well, sorry, 15,300 from it.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Thanks.
Right? Now authorized share capital. Now there is there's something known as memorandum of association and articles of association. Okay, those are legal company documents, and in that you have a certain limit of shares you can issue to the public. That is the maximum number of shares you can issue to the public. So basically, authorized share capital, as the word goes, is the maximum number of shares you can give to the public. Right? I mean, I have the authority to only issue 30 lakh worth shares to the public, 25 lakh in equity and 5 lakh in preference share capital. That is the only authority I have. Now, what is issued share capital? Understand the difference. Issued share capital is that part of the authorized share capital which I have issued. That means if my authorized share capital is 25, I can even issue 12. I can even issue 5. I can even issue 4. I can issue any amount below 25 lakh. How much ever I issue becomes my issued capital, but I cannot cross the authorized share capital. I cannot cross the 25 lakh. My share capital always has to be below that 25 lakh ka value. So I can do it in this way: 12 plus 4 plus 5. That will give me 21, right? That is yet below my authorized share capital, and my issued share capital then becomes 21 lakh. Issued is just how much you've given out in the market, and authorized is how much you're allowed to give out in the market. Is there any confusion in that concept? Please ask.
There is no confusion, but like who is the like concerned person who decide how
BOD.
much CA, like CA
BOD.
BOD. Okay. What's that BOD? Board of
Directors.
Okay. Thank you.
And this 25,000 is the amount, or is it the number of shares?
No, it's the amount divide 100 is the number of shares. Because it's 100%.
So shares issued in April is 25 lakhs 80,000.
No, shares issued is this. That is
Yeah,
share
so total is,
authorized which can be issued. The shares issued is this.
shares issued is the total is 25 lakhs 80,000.
Huh. One minute.
And we are allowed only 25 lakhs. How
No,
is
no,
that?
it's not. One
No,
second.
no,
One
no,
second.
no, Toshif, you are getting
the premium as well.
That's including share premium. I'll tell you
Okay.
the concept. Wait, hold on.
Okay. Premium is included. Okay, fine.
So now let's come to how much is issued, right? Right now we just saw we issued 5 lakh to Smita for taking over a company, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that becomes your first part. Now, since it's a new company, the promoters, so we gave those promoters 10 lakh rupees ka share. We gave them 10,000, 5,000 to two promoters, so 10,000 shares. 5,000 into 2. We give them 10,000 shares at par. At par, matlab, if my share is worth 100 rupees, I've given it at 100 rupees.
ठीक है,
The
done.
par value, face value के par पर है.
ठीक
Now
है.
I've also given 9,000 equity shares at a premium of 120. So my face value is 100, but I have sold it at 120. So when I write it in the books now, in my equity share capital, I will write the value at 9 lakh, and the other 20 which is remaining, there's an account called SP account, share premium account, in which I will put the remaining 1,80,000. So technically, when I go to, as Toshif said, it's going above the authorized share value. It is not going above. It is 9,000 plus 10,000 plus 5,000. Now take the value, it will be below your 25 lakh ka share value, authorized share value.
Look, authorized value will be 30 lakhs, right? Because we will add preference share capital as well.
That's preference share. I'm seeing the authorized value only for equity because I'm issuing equity here, right?
Okay.
And what's the difference between equity share capital and preference share capital?
For that, you'll have to learn a little law. In basically, when you give dividends, right? First, the preference shareholders are paid their dividends, and then if anything's left, it goes to the equity shareholders. Plus, at the time of winding up of the company, right? There's a certain order you follow to pay. Like, suppose I'm winding up, that means I'm going in shit number of losses. But if how much of money I can get now, it will be given in the order. First, I'll pay my creditors, then I'll pay my preference shareholders, and then whatever bacha kucha rehta hai na, that will be divided amongst my equity shareholders. So the advantages of having a preference share capital for yourself.
Okay.
But don't get into all that when you're studying accounts right now. So if I see my equity share capital right now, it is 15 lakh plus 9 lakh, that is 24 lakh, which is less than my 25 lakh ka limit. My issued is 24 lakh.
No, slow. I didn't get this. Like, first of all, your equity share capital is 25 lakh. So you can
It is authorized. It is not
authorized. So you can give a maximum of 25 lakh ke shares.
Haan.
Okay. And now what you're actually doing is you are going above that.
How? 5 plus 10 plus 9.
No. What I'm asking you, I didn't get that 20 rupees ka premium na. If you are giving the premium, you can write it in your books anyway, but you are giving that anyways.
See, the premium is a profit for you. Your equity share value will remain the same, right? Whatever 20 rupees extra you've got for it is like, my name is good, that is I'm getting that extra 20 rupees. That is not part of my equity share capital. That goes into an account known as
So
the
that
SP
20
account.
rupees per share is your profit rather than the share price going up.
Yeah, see, you see this account, 1,80,000 share premium ka cash mein aa raha hai. It goes here. It doesn't come in your equity share capital ka account.
Take it done. I
direct
thought
profit
share value goes up.
हाँ, देख यहाँ पर equity share value तेरा 24 लाख है, which I told you earlier also. 25 lakh का authorized है और यहाँ पर 24 lakh दिखा रहा है. That is how much you've issued till now.
ठीक है, done.
ठीक है.
श्लोक ऐसा भी तो होता होगा ना एट टाइम्स कि जब हमारे शेयर की वैल्यू कम हो जाती होगी, जैसे इसमें प्रीमियम ₹20 है, तो उसको हम कैसे शो करेंगे? अगर जैसे मान लेते 20 नेगेटिव में चली गई, जैसे अभी तो 20 पॉजिटिव में गई है,
हाँ,
तो
वो
उसका
डिस्काउंट पे देता है, डिस्काउंट पे खरीदता है लोग.
नहीं तो
But इसको ये
उस केस में फिर 20
करवा
लॉस
देंगे ना।
दिखाएगा तू।
So I don't remember it exactly. Don't take my word for it. I'll have to go through. I don't exactly remember.
ठीक
But
है।
लोगों के पास शेयर सिक्योरिटी प्रीमियम रहता है ना, उसमें से दे पुट इट ऑन द डेबिट साइड. तो डिस्काउंट आता है
exactly.
उसके डेबिट पे आ जाता है और वो माइनस होता है. Kashish just
Make a
corrects me if I'm wrong.
securities discount account. So the same
No,
thing
there's no
happens. Just
there's no securities discount account.
the securities
That
premium.
is
Okay, then
right,
it
Shloka.
must be.
Right.
Let's go by discount on
I
issue of
think there
shares.
is a
डिस्काउंट
discount.
अकाउंट ना,
डिस्काउंट
There is a discount account.
डिस्काउंट अकाउंट होता है ना श्लोक?
I don't think
Discount
there
on
is
issue
any
of shares.
I
accounts
think
name.
securities premium से ही निकालते हैं. लोग चेक करने दे. I don't remember. That's why I said don't take my
Count
word for
account
it.
को भी write off करना होता है ना, so we either do it from securities premium
वो
or
सिर्फ journal entry के लिए you put discount account,
yeah,
but ultimately
exactly.
it is written off from the
It
security
is
premium
written,
only.
it's written off from the securities account.
Like if I were to journalize that, it would be like this. Okay, my equity I'm getting in cash of 80. Discount.
Cash to
हाँ क्या बोली दृष्टि?
वही एक्चुअली मेरा माइक म्यूट हो गया.
अच्छा, डिस्काउंट ऑन शेयर कैपिटल 20 to equity share capital 100. तो तेरे इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल में अभी भी 100 रुपीज ही जाएगा, बट ये जो डिस्काउंट ऑन शेयर कैपिटल आएगा ना, उसका फिर अगला एंट्री होएगा एसपी टू डिस्काउंट. तो एसपी तेरा 20 रुपए से कम हो जाएगा और तेरा डिस्काउंट नलिफाई हो जाएगा. समझ रहे हो?
नहीं.
देख तेरा कैश 80 रुपीज अंदर आया बिकॉज यू सोल्ड फॉर 80. अभी उसके ऊपर
100 का, एक
डिस्काउंट.
मिनट, 100 का शेयर 80 में बेच रहे हैं हम लोग.
हाँ
ठीक है.
उसका तुझे डिस्काउंट मिला है तो तू 20 रुपए डिस्काउंट दिखाएगा उसके ऊपर.
ठीक है.
बट अल्टीमेटली तेरा इक्विटी शेयर कैपिटल फेस वैल्यू पे रहेगा, तो वो 100 रुपए का फेस वैल्यू है.
ठीक है.
अभी तुझे 20 रुपए कहीं तो राइट ऑफ करना पड़ेगा. अभी पहले ये डेबिट में था ना, अभी उसको राइट ऑफ करने के लिए मुझे उसको क्रेडिट में डालना पड़ेगा.
ओके.
एसपी क्या है? शेयर प्राइस.
एसपी रिजर्व है ना, तो वो क्रेडिट साइड पे होता है. एसपी इज अ रिजर्व.
एसपी फुल फॉर्म क्या है?
सिक्योरिटीज प्रीमियम.
ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक.
So now if I have to reduce a credit side item, a liability, if I have to reduce a liability, you debit it since it's a credit item. To reduce a liability, you'll have to debit it. So if I put 20,000 here, I'll be reducing it. That's how it goes. It's ultimately written off from the, as Rishi said, it is written off from the security premiums account. But this is just a journalizing name for discount on shares. Understood? I don't know whose question that was. I forgot.
चलो ठीक है. I got it.
पवन समझ में आ रहा है?
I am trying to get there. I'll have to watch the recording again.
ठीक है, चलो आ जाते हैं कंपनी प्रमोशंस एक्सपेंसेस पे. ठीक है. Basically, whenever you're starting a company, right, there are certain expenses which you incur making an AOA. Both of them are huge books which define the company and make rules and bylaws for the company. AOA are the internal bylaws of the company. And memorandum is the name of the company, all the partners of the company, the location of the company, everything related to the company, its name, its logo, everything comes in the MOA, Memorandum of Association. And any rules regarding how the company will operate, what rules need to be followed, the policies of the company will come in the AOA, Articles of Association. Okay? These are two documents which are very important to a company. So उसको बनाने में भी पैसे लगते हैं. So उसके खर्चे, फिर documents बनाने के खर्चे, and incorporation fees. So whenever you make a new company now, you have to pay a certain amount to the registrars of company. There's a body known as registrar of company. So that incorporation fee also comes into this only. So all this you called preliminary expenses. Everyone knows the meaning of preliminary, right? Starting में जो होता है. Early days. That's the meaning of preliminary. So this is the preliminary expenses which the company incurs in the starting of its
Corporation.
starting में जो उनका खर्चा होता है. Those are known as preliminary expenses. As Sir said, he would like to write that off from the reserve. I think Sir told that in the class, right? He'll write it off from the reserves only. I really don't remember that. But एक second, let's see. See. Securities premium is there, and preliminary expenses of 36,500. He has minus from it, right?
Yeah, so Smita and company got that refunded on second day. That's what written in the question.
Smita and company got it refunded in the second day now. So one will be
All this, sir, likha hai, all these charges were borne by Smita, and upon incorporation, the first board meeting
that's okay.
adopted these expenses. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Here I had a little bit of difference of opinion from Sir. He's written this as preliminary expenses payable. Since he yet has to pay it now, he's written it as payable. What I wanted to write is, since we have to get paid to Smita and company, I was saying write it as Smita and company 36,500 as your creditor. Since you are supposed to pay her that money, instead of writing preliminary expenses payable, you could have simply written Smita and company payable in brackets the preliminary expenses, but that's just an account, so it doesn't really matter. This value Sir has taken here, if you see this 36,500, which is payable to Smita and company, comes as a negative in the balance sheet from your reserves, since it's a debit balance and reserve is a credit balance. Guys, this is a very long sum, so it will be very confusing at times. And since I don't have the question also, when I get lost beach me. But if you'll have any doubts now, please ask, yeah, genuinely, because I'm thoda confused.
No, this preliminary expenses payable, it's payable. How did it come under debit?
Okay. Preliminary expenses first is an expense, right?
Yes.
Expenses are debited.
Remember the golden rules, debit the all expenses.
Oh, okay.
If I show it in the P&L debit side, that means it will reduce my profit. And anything that reduces your profit will directly hit you in the balance sheet. Since we've not prepared a P&L over here, Sir has directly taken it in the balance sheet only. If we'd have prepared a P&L, you might have seen it in the P&L, indirectly affecting the balance sheet.
Okay. So anything that comes under expense usually is debited.
Yeah, and since it is not yet paid now, it is also showed as expense payable, and that is what's a liability also. Ek hota hai ki it's an expense, I'm minusing it from here, but I have not paid that expense. So for the ending of the year, I yet have to pay it from the excess. So it becomes a liability also for me.
Yes.
So it is shown as a liability over here and minus from here since it's an expense.
Okay.
Now, basically what is left is just balancing the accounts. So my equity share capital is worth this much, 24 lakh. So when I go to transactions in May, you will see my equity share capital ka balance being 24 lakh. Since see, now we've just transferred all the balances. Jo bhi ending May we had balances, right? We're just taking it to the other side. So expense payable is 60,000. over here also we'll have expenses payable 60,000 as an opening balance. See, opening balance is written. Whatever we had a closing balance over there, in the next month is becoming your opening balance, right?
Yeah.
Take another example. Securities premium 1,80,000. Here also your securities premium opening balance 1,80,000. Here I had cash in hand of 20,90,000 as my closing balance. So next time I will have an opening balance of 20,90,000. Udhar ka closing balance becomes idhar ka opening balance, and then the transactions you do will make other effects. So these are transactions over here, right, which Sir has done in in May. We will come to that later, but that will have all these effects. So you see these extra things now over here. Those will.
Those are transactions done in May, ना अभी तो हम अप्रैल की बात कर रहे थे.
हाँ.
इसको एक बार अप्रैल का एक बार दिखाना. ये एक बार थोड़ा स्क्रीन नीचे करियो.
बोल.
ये the preliminary expense payable ये क्रेडिट में लाइक बस एक बार ये कर थोड़ा वो बता दें कि why
expense payable है ना, that means you have to get pay that expense. It's a liability for you.
Okay.
And liabilities on which side of the balance sheet?
Credit.
तो इसलिए इधर credit पे आया है.
ठीक है.
कोई भी confusion हो अभी तक please guys ask. मैं भी थोड़ा confused हूँ क्योंकि बड़ा समय and without writing मुझे भी confusion होता है. कोई भी doubt हो please. मैं एक second chat box भी देख लेता हूँ कुछ भी है उसको तो.
कुछ नहीं.
Are you all getting it?
आ रहा है थोड़ा थोड़ा
थोड़ा आ रहा है.
एक बार फिर से करेंगे क्वेश्चन देख के तो और समझ में आ जाएगा.
ये जो पेबल एक्सपेंस पेबल है ये बुक्स टाइप्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में किस में आएगा, रियल, पर्सनल या नॉमिनल में?
I didn't hear you. Expense payable is a liability, right?
Yes, it's a
expense will be nominal account, but expense payable will become a liability. Guys, Ritvik, Maitri, Anushreya, Sudarshan, कोई भी doubts? Sorry, Sudarshan तो कॉमर्स ही है. प्रतीक, अभी साथ कुछ भी doubts है तो पूछो guys, please.
अभी तक तो आ रहा है समझ.
ठीक है, तो should I try doing transactions in May or you're not done for today?
I guess
transactions in May.
It's fine by me.
Fine. Kashish, you need to, I think, leave.
Okay, bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, Kashish.
Bye.
Bye, Kashish.
Bye.
What is this behavior, man?
So you guys try the transactions in May by yourself once. Like we'll be waiting. If there's any problem, then we'll help.
No, so what we'll do is we'll tell them only to journalize it. Now, let's try that.
Journal.
Yeah, that will be good. Even this when sir explained, this were quite understandable.
No, you guys do only the journal part, then the ledger will happen automatically.
अपने आप हो जाएगा. Okay.
थोड़ा zoom in करना श्लोक. Zoom in.
और zoom करूँ?
Text पे zoom in कर दे क्योंकि अब हम journal कर रहे हैं. हाँ ठीक है.
Okay, I just want to ask, how would you read this transaction? As I told in the last session.
This will be with
cash to
receivables.
And
so you all understand how to read a transaction?
Left side buy, right side to.
Yeah, right side will be cash to receivable and left side receivables to
opening balance.
नहीं, opening balance is not a
हाँ मतलब हाँ वो opening balance.
Consulting fee.
Consulting
fee. Receivables by consulting.
हाँ. नहीं, receivables to consulting fee.
See, cash to receivables and receivables to consulting fee.
इस तरफ two आएगा. Debit side is always to, credit side is always by. इस तरफ का. And by to, as you all have known in journal, is always the second part of it, right? जब भी entry पढ़ना cash to receivables or receivables to consulting fees. Right to left.
और buy से confuse हो रहे हैं लोग तो it's receivables by cash.
No.
क्या
No.
Receivables to consultant.
Buy cash to receivables ऐसा.
Is
And
cash
then-
by receivables and receivables to consultancy, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just journal में there's journal is receivables account debit to consulting fees. So the two part है, you just add it on the left side. That's it. And whatever will come on the right side will be added by buy.
Okay.
ठीक है, done.
Okay. Let's try now whatever the transactions are thoda, okay? Just to get a better understanding of the transactions, we will be doing that. Someone wants to read it or should I read it?
I'll read it. DFS Limited paid a non-interest bearing refundable security deposit of 3 lakhs under a contract for an office space of 3,000 square feet in a swanky tower to showcase its images on 1st May.
Okay. Now, what is this for me?
It is expense.
Cash going out.
Expense.
Asset.
Expense है नहीं.
Asset है ना, refundable होगा.
नहीं, no.
तो
रिफंडेबल क्या होगा?
लिखा तो है refundable.
Refundable.
तो refundable है मतलब मैंने पैसे पहले से दे के रखे हैं, तो that's an asset for me right now, right?
Right. Okay.
एक
We are
second,
paying
क्या
it and
वापस एक
we are
second.
paying it. We'll get it in return.
See.
It is refundable deposit. So if we
इसका
are
journal
getting
entry क्या
something,
होगा?
एक सेकंड रुक जा तो शिव, एक सेकंड रुक जा.
हाँ,
श्लोक तू समझा.
इसका जर्नल एंट्री कैसे लिखेंगे? सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट टू कैश. सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट इसलिए क्योंकि इट्स रिफंडेबल, तो अपने लिए एसेट है, अपने पैसे भर चुके हैं इसके लिए, अपने को फ्यूचर में वो पैसे वापस मिलेंगे, तो अपने लिए वो asset हो गया.
सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट डेबिट हो रहा है, कैश क्रेडिट हो रहा है ना, ऐसे ही पढ़ना है.
हाँ.
कैश क्रेडिट.
सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट का अकाउंट होना चाहिए, कि सर ने बनाया होगा. देख सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट 3 लाख.
Cash is.
और कैश में देखिए था 3 लाख बाहर जा रहा है.
But यहाँ पे जो why is it written security? अच्छा, वापस आया तभी का है ना ये?
नहीं वापस आया ही नहीं है.
नहीं नीचे देख, नीचे.
कौन सा ये?
Security deposit to cash.
किधर?
So
security deposit to cash 3 lakh, वो वाला क्या?
So this has come back to us, right?
I don't know what you're talking about. Can you tell me the?
नीचे जा. Do you see security deposit yellow में?
L35.
हाँ, L35.
L35 is talking about.
L35.
To pay.
ये.
हाँ. अभी
No. ये वापस नहीं आया है. ये पेमेंट हुआ है. ये एसेट है अपना.
पवन वही है ना, डबल एंट्री वाला सिस्टम है वो.
So security deposit से निकला and cash में गया वो. Okay.
Cash बाहर
निकला.
So that was a security deposit of 3 lakhs that went out as cash.
Yeah. Security deposit came in.
No, can you please explain?
एक सेकंड श्लोक, एक सेकंड, वन सेकंड. श्लोक एक बार जर्नल एंट्री दिखा दे.
देख, this is my journal entry. ठीक है, security deposit 3 lakh. 30,000 लिखा, but just understand 3 lakh है, ठीक है?
हाँ, ठीक है.
To cash 3 lakh. अभी अगर मैं इसका पोस्टिंग करूंगा, तो सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट के अकाउंट में मैं टू कैश लिखूंगा डेबिट साइड पे.
हाँ.
देख, टू कैश, यहाँ पर 2 आएगा, डेबिट है ना, तो 2 आएगा, राइट?
हाँ, ठीक है.
तो
और कैश में बाय सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट लिखेगा.
और कैश में मैं बाय सिक्योरिटी
डिपॉजिट जाएगा क्योंकि वो क्रेडिट हो रहा है.
हाँ, तो इट इज नॉट एनीथिंग. तेरा सिर्फ सिक्योरिटी डिपॉजिट एज एन एसेट अंदर आ रहा है और कैश बाहर जा रहा है.
राइट.
ठीक है.
सर को 2 and back करना चाहिए था यार, लिटरली में बहुत थोड़ा तो इजी होता मान लिया.
इट्स लाइक थोड़ा समझ आ रहा है अभी कि क्या हो रहा है.
चल लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट एंट्री. क्या अगला होता है इस महीने में? It printed office stationery worth 30,000 bearing the company's logo, address and name. It paid 50% of the bill and stretched the balance payment by 3 months to enjoy cash holding. The stock of stationery at the month end was 28,000. Okay. Now the moment I know the stock of stationery is 20,000 at the ending, the first thing I will do is I will go to the stationery account. Now, where is my stationery account? And
Office
by
stationery.
balance, हाँ, and by balance CD. Balance मतलब ending में कितना बचा
Closing
है,
balance, right?
Closing balance.
Right.
So since they've told me already that 28,000 is left at the ending of the month, I will directly put it here. That 28,000 is left, right?
Right.
You already got the opening balance from the
Last
month of April,
yes.
right? Fair enough. Now
Yes.
half of it is being paid
In
right
cash.
now.
Yeah.
Half of it is being paid right now.
So 15,000 will get debited.
So cash 15,000, right? And in my cash account, I will have office stationery 15,000 going out.
Buy लिख दे, buy लिख.
And same thing for payable. Since I've not paid it yet, it is payable for me. आधा मैंने pay किया ना 50%.
Yes.
Second अभी तक pay करना बाकी है.
Yeah, so it will
तो
come to this
expense
side.
payable 15,000 इधर आएगा और expense payable के account में I will put office stationery of 15,000. Right?
Yeah.
Now one problem remains. If I go to balance this and this, right, it doesn't match.
Same नहीं आता, yeah.
It doesn't match. So the remaining amount is how much I must have consumed during this month. ये balancing figure 9,000 का is the actual amount I have consumed in the month of May. That is our balancing figure.
It should be 11,000, right?
1537.
7 minus 20.
37. No.
9 ही बना.
37, right? So 28 plus. Okay, sorry.
9 ही तो बना.
49.
Sorry,
39 हो जाएगा.
This stationery consumption is my balancing figure. I didn't get it from anywhere, but I had to tally the accounts. When it's not tallying, that becomes a balancing figure. I found out this 9,000. It was not given to me.
So, but how so this is stationary consumption? This is the worth of stationery that we've consumed?
That is the worth of stationery we've consumed in the month of May.
So this is actually an arbitrary number, right? It's just a difference. It is just the difference that we're taking and portraying it as something we've consumed. To be a
So now look at
balance.
this. Okay, stationery consumption का account लिखा है इधर. इसके नीचे we've written office stationery worth 9,000.
Yeah.
Same account, cut a transaction, and since we've consumed that, we will put that directly in the P&L. So we've transferred that balance of 9,000 into the P&L, and sir has prepared an income statement somewhere here.
Left, man.
Income statement. Stationery consumption 9,000 P&L.
Okay.
Right. So the balancing figure, we technically put it into the P&L.
अच्छा Shlok, tell me this ना, each and every account should tally individually.
Yes, it has to tally.
ठीक है.
If it doesn't tally, that means you've missed something or there is a balancing figure of something.
ठीक है, done.
Okay. Let's see the next transaction, what they've done. Now I've purchased IT systems worth 2 lakh rupees, out of which 75% was paid, and the balance was to be paid after 3 months. Okay. Operating software worth 30,000 was purchased by paying cash and also we'll cover it later. Now my IT system is worth 2 lakh rupees, right? So let's go to my IT systems account. You have an IT systems account. If someone sees it, let me know.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So cash may be paid 1,50,000. 75% of
75%.
Right?
50
what was the rest of the payment done by?
Payable
at 50.
30,000 operating software 30,000 was purchased by paying cash and installed. The estimated lifespan is 3 years with a residual value of 30,000. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. The rest, 1,50,000 was cash immediately. 30,000 for the operating software, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Shlok, this 50,000 is liability, right? Right now.
No.
Payable.
It's
Payable. We're paying it after 3 months.
how much was payable after 3 months?
50,000 was
25% of that 3 lakh.
Right. Yeah. It's a liability for us right now.
Okay.
It is a liability. So my total worth of the IT system is 2,30,000.
Yeah.
Right now in the balance sheet, my IT system is worth 2,30,000, including the operating system amount we have to pay them and cash we've paid them currently.
Okay.
And now in this account, payable for capital asset का एक account होएगा. In the credit side of that, we'll have 50,000 for IT system. You can see it.
हाँ श्लोक, अब मेरी बात सुन. Payable for capital assets individually, that account isn't balancing out.
It is now.
कैसे 50,000 बस क्रेडिट हुआ ना, डेबिट तो क्या हुआ?
अरे एक सेकंड, अभी तू बैलेंस शीट पे जाएगा ना,
कोई दूसरे जगह पे रहेगा.
मैं इधर आईटी सिस्टम लिखा है ना, तो मैं इधर लिखूंगा टू बैलेंस कैरी डाउन 50,000 और मेरे बैलेंस शीट में आएगा पेएबल फॉर कैपिटल एसेट 50,000 इफ इज मेड अ बैलेंस शीट. आई डोंट नो वेट.
रिसीवेबल्स ये लायबिलिटीज में आएगा नहीं तो नीचे
पेएबल फॉर कैपिटल एसेट्स 50,000 दिख रहा है.
हाँ दिख गया.
हाँ.
ठीक है, एवरी अकाउंट नीड्स टू बी बैलेंस समवेयर.
हाँ, तो मैंने सर ने वो लिखा नहीं कि वो टू बैलेंस कैरीड डाउन है. He wrote IT system and he left it, but then वो जो बैलेंस बचा, you have to carry it somewhere, right?
So this 50 is being carried over to that
balance sheet
over there.
Right?
Okay.
What is the CD? Balance CD?
Carried down.
Carried down. Okay.
Now can someone else have the next entry?
Office furniture वाला ना?
Any luck?
अभी तुम लोग को depreciation अभी करने की बाद में करूँ?
We'll come back to it later. कि अभी खत्म करना है.
I'm okay either ways.
Let's try the next one and then we'll come back.
Yeah. So.
तो office furniture पे आ चला रहा.
श्लोक किसी को करने देंगे एक सेकंड.
हाँ, पवन तू ही कोशिश कर ले यार.
Yeah, it bought office furniture of rupees 3 lakhs by paying cash on the last day of the month. Useful life of these assets was estimated to be 5 years with nil residual value. So again, in what are the? This will come in the capital asset.
तू मुझे एंट्री बता पवन, वो सब छोड़, एंट्री बता दे बस.
Cash in hand से deduct होगा 3 lakhs. So credit side पे, cash in hand पे credit side पे 3 lakhs.
हाँ.
Okay, and okay, we're not doing depreciation ना right now.
No depreciation.
अच्छा, and furniture का एक ledger होना चाहिए, right? Office.
तो श्लोक इसकी जर्नल एंट्री ऐसे होगी क्या? ओल्ड एसेट्स टू कैश, नहीं सॉरी, ऑफिस फर्नीचर टू कैश.
हाँ बस.
हाँ वही है.
ऑफिस फर्नीचर अगर मैं पढ़ूंगा ऑफिस फर्नीचर टू कैश इधर आ गया. ऑफिस फर्नीचर टू कैश.
ठीक है.
और कैश अकाउंट में देख ऑफिस फर्नीचर
कैश अकाउंट में क्रेडिट हो जाएगा.
ऑफिस फर्नीचर टू कैश दोनों टैली हो रहे हैं ना जर्नल एंट्रीज.
4,10,000 कहाँ से आया है?
वो सम है.
ओके, ऑलरेडी गिवन है.
नहीं ओपनिंग बैलेंस 1,10,000 प्लस कैश 3, तो वो टोटल 410 बन गया.
हाँ, so that's what I'm saying. 110 was given, right?
110 was
वो अप्रैल का है वो.
Okay.
अप्रैल में एंडिंग.
Okay.
is यहाँ पे.
Got it.
Balance
so this is the opening balance. This is the actual opening balance for the month. Okay.
Balance sheet किधर है? 4,10,000. Balance sheet में आएगा. एक सेकंड.
क्या ढूंढ रहे हैं लोग बैलेंस शीट में?
4,10,000 ढूंढ रहा हूँ ऑफिस फर्नीचर का.
वो तो ये रहा ना.
वो क्यों आएगा बैलेंस शीट में? पहले ये एक्सप्लेन कर.
तेरा एसेट है ना ऑफिस फर्नीचर तो.
अच्छा ठीक.
ये बैलेंस कैरी डाउन तुझे कहीं ना कहीं तो कैरी करना पड़ेगा.
साला मुझे पता है क्या लग रहा है, एग्जाम में ना टैली नहीं होगा मेरे से।
ये वो
शुभ बोल।
यहाँ पे
जुगाड़ लगा देना, कहीं क्रेडिट हो रहा है तो डेबिट।
सर ने
इतना भी
इधर
नहीं
नेट
चलता।
ले लिया है, सर ने इधर नेट ले लिया, सारे एसेट्स को लेकर डेप्रिसिएशन माइनस करके नेट ले लिया है इधर, बट इधर ही आएगा नॉन करंट एसेट में, ठीक है।
ओके ओके, हाँ बराबर।
ठीक है।
पीपी क्या था एक बार वो बता देना।
I don't know what else.
पर्सनल प्रोटेक्टिव इक्विपमेंट,
Property, plant and equipment.
हाँ
प्रॉपर्टी प्लांट एंड
ओके
ठीक है। अभी आता है नेक्स्ट पार्ट। किसी और को ट्राई करने वाला तो ट्राई कर लो, सब जो पहले किसी ने बताया नहीं है।
एक सेकंड, दोस्त हु वांट टू लीव ना कैन लीव। मुझे पता है बीसी है एंड वो इंटरव्यू भी है, सो दोस्त हु कैन लीव। हाँ सॉरी, स्लो कुछ चैट में चल रहा था कुछ।
हाँ हाँ, जो पहले किसी ने आंसर नहीं किया ट्राई कर लो।
कौन सा वाला?
एज लक स्ट्रक, संदीप, मैत्री, अनुश्रेया, प्रतीक, किसी को भी ट्राई करना है?
Okay. I can.
चलो लेट्स गो फॉर इट।
Okay. As luck struck, the company got a big project financing assignment with an estimated fee income of 30 lakhs. The contract with the client yielded an advance of 3 lakhs that was supposed to be adjusted against the final payable. Contract duration 2 months. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल चीज़ें आई हैं, तो 2 लाख तो 3 लाख डेबिट हो जाएगा।
एक सेकंड
30 लाख को तो हम टच नहीं करेंगे।
एनीवे हाँ श्लोक, 30 लाख को हम टच नहीं करेंगे एंड 3 लाख डेबिट हो जाएगा कैश इन हैंड में फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल। हाँ देख
3 लाख कैश इन हैंड में आएगा, एडवांस फ्रॉम कस्टमर
And it will also come in the credit side, right?
Advance to customer is a asset or liability for you?
Asset.
It's a liability.
It's a liability.
क्योंकि हमें
Okay, हाँ हाँ, we haven't
in the
provided
future
it.
pay करना
It's a
पड़ेगा।
liability, right? So advance from customer cash 3 lakh इधर आएगा। कैश,
हाँ कैश वहाँ पे क्रेडिट हो गया एंड देन बैलेंस करने के लिए
इधर
बैलेंस
डेबिट हुआ, इधर क्रेडिट हुआ, और तेरे बैलेंस शीट में फिर आएगा एज अ
liability।
So where is it shown that 27 lakh आने वाला है?
वो आई डोंट थिंक वी विल शो, क्योंकि वो 2 महीने वाला काम है ना।
अभी तक कुछ आया नहीं उसका, हम लोग को सिर्फ एडवांस में
तो
आया,
हाँ
कुछ
वो
नहीं हुआ।
जून जुलाई वाली शीट में
Okay,
आएगा।
okay.
ठीक है, उसका बस एक ही एंट्री है एडवांस फ्रॉम कस्टमर का।
लोग जैसे इसमें लिखा है ना कि 3 मंथ्स बाद बाकी पे करेंगे, तो जो अगस्त की हमारी बैलेंस शीट होगी उसमें वी विल ऐड दिस 27 lakhs।
नहीं यशस्वी, हर महीने बैलेंस शीट नहीं बनता, साल में एक बार बैलेंस शीट बनती है।
ओके
ठीक है,
वो ट्रांजैक्शंस इन जून जुलाई वाली शीट में आएगा अगर वैसे बनाओगे तो।
हाँ
तो इन दैट केस ये जो भी कैरी फॉरवर्ड रहेगा वो बाद में इट गेट्स कैंसल्ड आउट लेटर ऑन। सो
if you pay it, it will cancel it out.
Yes, so if there is just one sheet, in that case the 27 lakh and this 3 lakh will be added together and it won't be shown separately then, right? After the
Well, I didn't get the question.
Right now 3 lakhs is the liability.
Yeah.
And 27 lakhs is yet to come. Right? So
27 lakhs not yet to come. It is not payable only till now.
हाँ मतलब it will be payable after I finish the project, right?
Yeah.
So end of the year, I have finished the project. So end of the year, I won't be showing this 3 lakh and 27 lakh separately. I'll be showing it as a 30 lakh only.
You will show the 30 lakh in your P&L as a
income.
You call income.
Yeah.
So suppose I'm a consultancy firm. So for me, it will be income from consultancy 30 lakh directly.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
नहीं, he's right. 30 lakh एक short में दिखाएगा तो balance sheet में.
हाँ. So
बैलेंस शीट नहीं, P&L।
P&L हाँ सॉरी।
P&L में। So ledger ऐसे ही रहेगा। So ledger will be this only.
देख अभी तूने 3 लाख एडवांस कस्टमर लिखा है,
अभी के लिए। So end
अभी जब पेबल हो जाएगा तो फिर क्या करेगा? एडवांस फ्रॉम कस्टमर वाज फर्स्ट व्हाट?
3 lakhs.
नहीं
was a
first it
credit.
was debit.
Okay, ऐसा
Credit. Advance from customer
credit था because liability है.
right?
हाँ.
तो फिर तू
ठीक है.
advance from customer को तू debit कर देगा to cancel it out of 3 lakh.
Okay, same account में. Ledger में. Okay, got it.
Who wants to try the next entry? Just to see if you're understanding or not.
I can.
Omkar?
Which one are you talking about?
12 lakh one.
It billed fee income of 12 lakh.
Yeah.
It billed income of 12 lakh. So payable, receivable from customer will be 12 lakh.
एक second.
Tell me the entry. Tell me the entry.
Let us read the line na first.
Yeah, read it and then tell me the entry.
Yeah. It billed fee income of 12 lakh for the month of May and got cash of rupees 7 lakh on 31st May. Okay. फिर cash में आएगा 7 lakh cash in hand वाला. On the left side.
इधर तक की entry बताना हाँ. I don't want this part. That's a separate entry.
So cash in hand we will write that fee.
मुझे entry बता. Exactly entry. Debit first and then credit. What is the entry?
Debit as in left hand side, right?
हाँ. What is the entry of it? जैसे लिखते हैं ना XYZ to ABC. So what is this XYZ debit and what is this to ABC credit?
Okay, right, like that.
Tell me the entry.
XYZ will be income. Is that right?
So what is coming in?
Cash.
So right.
Yeah, cash in hand.
Cash 7 lakh is coming in.
Yeah.
So let's first go to the cash account and put 7 lakh in consultancy fees. इधर आया 7 lakhs cash account से tally हो रहा है. अभी second.
Correct.
Second क्या होएगा? एक और debit होएगा. क्या चीज debit होएगा?
और क्या होगा?
अभी मेरा 5 लाख आना बाकी है, right?
क्या बाकी है?
5 लाख आना बाकी है.
हाँ. So that will be receivable.
हाँ, outstanding income.
Right.
5 लाख. तो इधर कहीं पे सर ने किसी नाम से लिखा होगा.
This will come in receivable, right?
That's the same thing.
Receivable में 5 lakhs रहेगा ना?
एक सेकंड.
एक सेकंड.
बस अकाउंट चेक कर रहा हूँ सर ने कहाँ डाला है.
राइट साइड पे होगा ना कहीं.
Receivables में
consulting service fee.
हाँ.
Yeah, consulting service fee.
Receivable में देख.
There the top receivables.
Yeah. Not
cash in
that is.
On the left side also it's there, no?
Yeah, because it's a receivable.
Okay.
This is not put the person's name now, so it gets confusing. Like usually, when I'm consulting someone, I would have a company's name in my mind, not a receivable.
Okay.
So cash, I got 7 lakh. I have a debtor now. I have a new debtor of 5 lakh because he had pay me. And what will get credited then? Two क्या है? Entry में.
To my services or something.
Wait, I didn't get you. Can you repeat that?
Yeah.
लोग एक बार इसकी journal entry बता देना please.
I think यहाँ पे ना cash in hand है ना, we're getting paid 7 lakh, right?
Yeah.
तो वहाँ पे credit हो रहा है, ठीक है? Now, sorry, debit हो रहा है because it's coming in. Debit हो रहा है. So we got 7 lakh over here, right? 5 lakh is balance. So that will come under receivable. So वो receivable में debit होगा. I haven't received it, right?
Credit होगा वो.
Debit होगा receivable.
Debit होगा
because I'm going to receive it in the future and receivables is for future payments. And
एक second, Shlok is writing the journal entry or something. एक second.
ये मेरा journal entry होगा. Cash account debit रिसीवेबल अकाउंट डेबिट टू कंसल्टेंसी फीस, ठीक है?
हाँ ठीक है, डन।
तो देख, कंसल्टेंसी फीस में ये दोनों 12 ऐड अप होते हैं, जो अपना कंसल्टेंसी फीस का वो अमाउंट है।
Yeah, cash has already come and receivable.
और कैश अकाउंट में 7 लाख आया कंसल्टेंसी फीस के नाम से।
हाँ।
अब यहाँ पे रिसीवेबल भी
रिसीवेबल्स के अकाउंट में कंसल्टेंसी फी के नाम से 5 लाख आया।
ठीक है।
Yeah. And what is this TR to PNL?
Transfer to
PNL. Now
Okay.
consultancy fees is an income for you, right?
Right.
Where do you put all incomes?
PNL. Okay.
वो इधर PNL में आ जाएगा in your income statement.
समझा.
Income statement consultancy income 12 lakh. ठीक है? कुछ डाउट हो तो पूछ लो।
So Shlok, go to consulting fee service. So over here we already divided this 12 lakh into 7 and 5 and represented it in receivable and cash in hand. Okay, तो यहाँ पे 12 lakh आ गया अपना। उसके क्रेडिट साइड पे बैलेंस आउट हो गया, राइट? कैरी डाउन हो गया बैलेंस जो भी है
डेबिट साइड पे।
हाँ सॉरी नहीं, क्रेडिट साइड पे ना,
डेबिट
मतलब इधर डेबिट।
हाँ, सो वही बोल रहा हूँ। सो कंसल्टिंग सर्विस फी में आई एम ट्रांसफरिंग दिस 12 lakh to profit and loss
on the credit side.
हाँ, on the debit side over here consulting service fee में
in the P&L credit side. In the P&L all incomes are credit side, all expenses are debit side.
मैं ये लेजर की बात कर रहा हूँ, ये लेजर में because we transferred it to P&L we showed it on the debit side, correct?
This is just the
Pawan, this is
figure.
it's only to balance out the account.
Okay, because so is this because we have divided? So is this we're writing this ledger because the amount is being divided earlier, इसलिए अपन finally यहाँ पे दिखाने के लिए ऐसे ledger बना रहे हैं इसका।
अब मैं एग्जांपल देता हूँ कि अगर मैं एक और इधर कैश डाल दूँ 4 लाख का, और इधर मैं इधर भी मैं कैश दिखा दूँ 2 लाख का, तो फिर मेरा बैलेंसिंग फिगर इधर होएगा 14 लाख का। ठीक है, ये सिर्फ एक बैलेंसिंग फिगर है, तो उसको ज्यादा मत सोच।
हाँ, तो मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, ये जो कंसल्टिंग
माइनस होएगा ना, वो इधर आएगा।
नहीं, so what I'm trying to say is this ledger of consulting service fee is just to balance out what we're getting, right?
Yeah,
just nothing.
How much you are getting as an income from this activity,
from this particular activity.
One second, Pawan.
हाँ.
Only your transfer to P&L वाला जो figure है ना,
हाँ.
only that is a balancing out figure.
No, that I got. But what I'm trying to say is, अपने earlier, so cash in hand is the cash we received for consulting fee.
तू जानना चाहता है ये breakup क्यों किया है?
मतलब ये consulting service fee अपने डाला है for our knowledge, right? Because this is income through consulting service fee.
हाँ, हम लोग ने इसको
convenience
के लिए डाला है, because
उसमें
7 लाख कैश में आया और 5 लाख इसमें आया, तो हम लोग को वो दूसरे अकाउंट में भी इसकी एंट्री दिखानी पड़ती है, right?
Exactly. That is what I was saying. This is for our convenience. Otherwise, cash in hand और receivable में वो आ गया है एक बार. This is to show कि this particular activity is earning me this much.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Acha, I had one more doubt. Here we are yet to receive 5 lakh rupees from the customer, right? So in the previous one, we are yet to receive the 27 lakhs. So why didn't we in the receivables? Why didn't we write that one?
क्योंकि वो 2 महीने वाला क्लॉज आ गया बीच में।
वो इस मंथ का वो है ही नहीं ना।
अच्छा।
वो अगर इस मंथ का होता तो हम दिखाते, बट वो 2 महीने बाद जब मिलेगा हमें, फिर हम उस वाली मंथ की ट्रांजैक्शन में दिखाएंगे।
Okay.
Are we going to finish this entire sum right now, or should
I'm
we?
okay to stop it. So if I'm finding it heavy,
Because what I was thinking was, so इतना जो समझा है, like leaving the depreciation part aside, if we can practice all these things, if we can just add these things in the ledger ourselves, and
एक चीज करता हूँ मैं, सिर्फ depreciation last
हाँ, श्लोक एक depreciation कर दे,
exactly,
and we end at 430 or something.
So show us depreciation, and what we can do is the remaining statements we can add it journal entry हम लोग करके देखते हैं, so that we also come to know कि कैसे हो रहा है।
चल कर है।
Okay. So basically, what is My IT system is worth 2 lakh
थोड़ा
rupees.
श्लोक थोड़ा zoom in please.
My IT system is worth 2 lakh rupees. No, sorry, 2,30,000 rupees. उसका लाइफ स्पैन इज 3 years. I'll take a easier one. Acha guys, can I do the depreciation next time? I just want to understand what has done with the accumulated depreciation part of it. The next time kar le.
हाँ sure.
I'll just see how is he pass it. अभी के लिए फिर तो रिकॉर्डिंग बंद करते हैं.
अच्छा one last doubt ना please.
हाँ.
एक वो सर taught us that single border and double border वाली चीज ना यहाँ पे sum में जैसे ऑफिस फर्नीचर के sum में देख
ये
हाँ ये क्या चीज है ये समझ नहीं आई.
अरे यार तू उसको टोटल करेगा तो 4,10,000 आ रहा है.
हाँ आ रहा है.
इसका टोटल 4,10,000 आ रहा है. तो ईच साइड का ये सिर्फ टोटल कर रहा है. ही इज नॉट ये सिंगल बॉर्डर किया सो दैट यू डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज्ड. दीस आर इंडिविजुअल एंट्रीज बट ये वो दोनों एंट्रीज के टोटल है. इट हैज नथिंग एल्स.
बस उसने सम में बॉर्डर मार दिए.
हाँ उसने बॉर्डर मारा है बिकॉज दैट इज द टोटल ऑफ बोथ द साइड्स राइट. ये टैली दिखा रहा है कि यहाँ पर भी 4,10,000 है इधर भी 4,10,000 है तो दोनों साइड टैली हो रहे हैं.
And basically when we close our accounts ना so we do the double border thing to show कि हमारे accounts end हो गए हैं यहाँ पे मतलब ये particular account का end हो गया है.
ठीक है done.
ठीक है.
So should we end here?
हाँ तो बंद
यार just श्लोक one doubt. एक बार मैंने ना एक फोटो भेजी है चैट में. ये हमारे
WhatsApp पे या इस पे?
इसमें ये
इस पे
Zoom में.
Let me show it or something.
So the thing is कि ये हमारी जो सर ने बुक बोली ना उसमें है तो इसका एक बार जो फॉर्मेट था that is एक बार खोलने दे.
खोलने दे एक सेकंड.
Wait
I've opened it एक सेकंड.
Okay.
ये ना पिक्चर.
हाँ तो इसमें जो जैसे कोई भी ले लेते जून बॉट ऑफिस सप्लाईज फॉर 2,000 कैश तो एनालिसिस तो सही है. एसेट इंक्रीज होगा एंड कैश डिक्रीज होगा बिकॉज वी आर परचेजिंग. फिर द रूल्स वाली लाइन है एक बार इसको वो क्लियर कर दे. ये समझ में नहीं आ रहा काफी लाइक डेबिट.
सॉरी आई डिडंट सी कौन बात कर रहा है. यशस्वी.
यस
मेरा नॉर्मल अकाउंट का रूल क्या है?
क्रेडिट जब कुछ आता है तो डेबिट होता है. जब
वो
समथिंग
रियल अकाउंट है. नॉमिनल अकाउंट का रूल क्या है?
नॉर्मल का है डेबिट ऑल एक्सपेंसेस एंड लॉस एंड क्रेडिट ऑल इनकम एंड गेन्स.
राइट. अभी मैं ऑफिस सप्लाई खरीदा हूँ कैश के लिए. ऑफिस सप्लाई कौन सा अकाउंट है?
ऑफिस सप्लाई नॉर्मल
नहीं रियल. मैं तुझे बस कंफ्यूज करने के लिए एक बार पूछा था नॉमिनल अकाउंट का रूल. रियल अकाउंट है. कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर है. कैन आई टच ऑफिस सप्लाईज? दिख रहा है फील हो रहा है मेरा ऑफिस सप्लाईज मेरे लिए.
यस
तो रियल अकाउंट हुआ ना मेरे लिए फिर.
ओके
नाउ जैसे तूने बोला था रियल अकाउंट का रूल क्या है? डेबिट व्हाट कम्स इन.
यस एंड क्रेडिट गोज आउट.
यस. सो ऑफिस सप्लाईज सिंस आई एम बाइंग इट इज कमिंग इनटू द फर्म. So I will debit it. So office supplies in the debit over here.
Okay.
Now when I'm buying office supplies, what am I giving for it?
Cash.
So when I give cash, it is going outside my firm, the cash, right? Cash is what account?
Cash is personal. Sorry, cash is nominal account.
Cash, can you touch? Can you feel it?
Yes, we can feel it.
To what account does it become then?
Real account.
Right. So now the rule for real account is credit what goes out. So when I'm paying for something, my cash is going out, right?
Yes.
So I will credit it.
Yes, we will credit the cash.
So cash is getting credit over here because of that reason.
Okay.
Office supplies got debit since it's coming in, and
Okay.
cash got credit because it's going out.
Okay. This is clear.
And then उसी के नीचे it's only the ledger entry for the same journal entry.
हाँ ये ledgers बनाए हैं.
And ये जो rules हैं, debit expense record increase, what's this? ये वही है कि मतलब
वो same rule explain कर रहा है बस. वो debit
Okay.
what goes out, credit
ठीक
what
है, ठीक
goes out, debit what comes in now.
Okay. सही है. हाँ.
ठीक है. I think I'm ending it here. Those who want to leave can leave. Those who want to stay back can